Elton John, Step Into Christmas on 108.9 The Hawk. The top 41 greatest holiday songs of all time. They are happening right here. No other station is doing that, but we're doing it on 108.9 The Hawk because it is our annual holiday Hockadays countdown. I am Jason Gore with you alongside my best friend in this endeavor,
Jeff the Angry Man Garlock. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Ho, 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 and bah humbug all around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God, man. We have been going through some of the absolute best holiday songs around. It's the best part of this time of year when you get to just completely change your format.
Oh, yeah.
Take away from everything you've built throughout the year, and you just play holiday songs.
There is nothing better than working your butt off for an entire year to just dismantle it all for the holidays at the end. Like that, the commercials be like everything. Just be damned.
Just be damned. Just be damned.
Just be damned. That's our motto this holiday season.
And hey, of course, the 41 greatest songs of the holidays, greatest rock songs of the holidays are brought to you by Chestnuts. 824 Hog Street. Chestnuts, thank you for sponsoring this. So it's a lot of fine sponsors of this, but Chestnuts, top of the list right now. And we'll get to all of the other sponsors so far.
We closed the windows in the studio, and I can still smell those burning nuts. They're seeping through.
Nuts are burning. Remember, if you have any nuts that need to be roasted, you can take them down to Chestnuts, 824 Hog Street, and they'll roast them out back. The roaster's on 24 hours a day. The fire marshal did try to shut that down, but then he smelled it and was like, oh, that's too good. I'm not shutting this down.
Exactly. He's finally came to our side. He gets it.
He gets it. Hey, you want to recap some of the songs that we've heard so far, Jeff?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's been an amazing. There's a lot that I forgot.
Yeah,
and it is beautiful. You know what? I'm also glad. I'm glad we're not playing any standards here.
None.
These are holiday rock songs.
Holiday rock songs for your holiday Hockadays. Happy Hockadays from 108.9 The Hawk. Jeff and I are the only ones in the studio again, kind of like Thanksgiving. Could be celebrating with our family, but you know what? It's the nice thing about it is I'm getting paid $14.50 an hour to hang out with you for the holidays.
Man, I will say I did start getting a little bit of influx of money. Maybe my accountant started working on something. Not $14.50.
Oh,
but I feel like they're giving me below the minimum wage now. It's almost like I'm getting like server wages, and he's expecting me to get tips.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a tip system.
Here's a tip for you. Mountain, great rock band.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll try to pass that on to my landlord later. I'm with you, of course. R.I.P. Leslie West.
R.I.P. Leslie West.
As we say, every holiday.
Every holiday.
Yeah,
I put up the tree, and then I say R.I.P. Leslie West.
Oh, my goodness. I put my Leslie West star on the top. It's just a big puppet of Leslie with a giant guitar. It's very heavy on my tree. But
it weighs the tree down. The tree just comes down every year.
It's the guitar that's the heavy. I mean, he's playing like a Les Paul. It's like that's not. It's and I bought the one with the real Les Paul. So the tree goes down, and that's when I know the holiday season has begun.
Oh, well, happy Hockadays to all of you out there. Thank you for tuning in. Maybe you're sitting down to have your Hockadays meal with your family right now. We'll probably order a pizza, right? Is that what we're going to do?
If you can cover me. Sure. If we're going to Pizza Emporium, definitely.
Well, if you need some more money to throw in, here's another great tip. Hey, what can I do? Hootie's cover? Not so bad.
Not a bad one. Again, I'll try to cover my side of the baking soda and chocolate slices at Pizza Emporium with that little tip. I hope they take it.
Oh, man. I hope they do take that because I could have a good old slice of that right now. Oh. Hey, so let's talk about what we've heard so far in the countdown. Coming in at 41, we heard Deep Purple with their Christmas classic, Hush, Baby Jesus. It was basically just Hush by Deep Purple, but they said Baby Jesus a few times in the song, so that does count.
It did. It felt, I'm going to be honest, it always feels like they kind of just slid it in. Like it's not even exactly on time.
Right.
Starts to go into the next hush a little bit early, but still feels great. John Lord's tickling them keys, and he sounds wonderful.
Hush, hush, baby Jesus, come on in, hush now, hush.
It's beautiful. It's
beautiful.
That's my Christmas. You know what is also my Christmas?
What's that?
Came in at number 41 or 40. I mean,
Yeah.
Aerosmith with their big 12-inch Yule log.
Whoa!
Yeah. That is a Yule log that I want to be burning.
It is.
Every single.
I mean, if it's a Yule log that the Toxic Twins have uncovered, God only knows what's in it.
Oh my goodness. I maybe actually don't burn the Yule log that the Toxic Twins give you.
Yeah. Maybe keep that Yule log away from the kids.
Yeah, you might have the authorities knocking on your door this holiday season if you're listening to any holiday advice from the Toxic Twins. I'll tell you that right now.
And it isn't even the big 10-inch. It isn't even the other song. It's a whole new song.
Oh yeah, no. This is just a new one. And they added 2 inches to it.
Yes,
because they know that it's the holiday spirit.
I imagine that Steven Tyler like, we add 2 inches to this.
Yeah, exactly. You know what Stephen Perry said?
Steve Perry from Journey was there?
Yeah, it's crazy,
and he
right?
did a line from on the Yule log?
Yes, off of Joe Perry's guitar. It's a wild recording session.
What a wild session, man.
Yeah.
And you want to know what Joey Kramer said?
What'd he say? That is the Kramer for you. And you can hear it all in the song. Again, that's why I do love that one. It really is a beautiful song that they created for the holidays. What do we get there at, what came in at 39?
The Rolling Stones in a remake of Mama's Little Helper changed to Santa's Little Helper.
Oh.
Running for the shelter of Santa's Little Helper.
It slides right in.
It does slide right in.
It works perfectly.
And it's also about speed.
Yes. I mean, isn't that what the holiday is about, though, anyways? I mean, especially if you're doing a rock holiday.
Yeah, it is. It's about speed, taking speed, or the speed of Santa delivering gifts.
Oh man, what are you hoping for under the Christmas tree this year?
Oh God, I had my eyes on that full-size Jimmy Page. It's like a sex doll, but it's not for sex. It's just for good conversations about rock and roll. And you sit him there on your chair. He does have some preloaded sayings. Sure. And it's mainly sayings about him being pissed off that Robert Plant didn't do more after the 2007 reunion show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of animosity in the pre-recorded Jimmy Page clips, especially about like Alison Krauss and that whole thing.
I read some reviews, on CNET that it's bitter. It's a bitter real doll.
Yeah, he says
and
nothing,
definitely not for sex. Wink,
nothing
wink.
for sex. Wink, wink. I mean, I guess you can. But I have heard that if you attempt that, it only plays the sounds of Outrider.
Oh,
stuff off that record. Yeah. So you better be a fan of Outrider is all I'm saying.
It's a real boner killer.
Real boner killer. That was the sticker that came on the album. I've seen that in so many bargain bins.
Oh, it says, Cream Magazine said real boner killer.
Yeah, Jimmy Page is back with a true boner killer.
Ugh, but it's not a boner killer? What I'm hoping to get under the tree.
What's that?
I would like one of those The Edge and Jack White real dolls.
Now we're talking.
That's what I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking, if I get those, you get Page.
Yes.
We just have an orgy of guitar. Again, not sex related. No,
yes.
it would just be 3 real dolls,
right,
just saying their pre-recorded messages. Now, the thing I read in CNET about those ones is that most of theirs are just pre-recorded sections from the movie that they were all in. Mm-hmm. So, that's also another boner killer. So
that is a boner killer.
Yeah, when Jack White says, "What was that chord there?"
Yeah.
And then, then you'd have to turn your Jimmy Page doll away from Jack White, kind of hide the chord.
To not show the chord
to
Jack White. Now, I would have to pay, if we did this, I would have to pay for the Jimmy Page expansion pack that just kind of dicks around on Kashmir.
Yes, yes. And it's a great dicking around. It goes on
Oh,
surprisingly
so good.
long, and he somehow gets a calmer, cooler, more aloof look on his face. It's like they programmed it to
Yeah.
look so aloof.
Yeah.
And I tell you, and so I guess that's the problem. That now I'm realizing, well, we're going to have a whole bunch of Santas come visit us. I'm going to need the Edge expansion pack to just add in the look of frustration as
Yes.
he tries to see what Paige is doing and just stares down sadly at all of his pedals, just playing one note.
Well, I got to say, Jeff, I hope that Santa is good to us. Coming up, I want to say we will check in with Big Truck down at the Valverde Valley Mall. The final day of the Hawk Trees. Big Truck's back in the fold, got to say.
Wow.
And not feeling too good about that. He's been doing so much at our rival classic rock station, 98.6 The Squirt.
Yeah.
But he's here. He's back.
Feels like we have a Judas in our midst.
It truly does. So we're going to hear from Big Judas coming up very, very soon. But hey, let's get back into the countdown. And we're going to tell you more about what we've heard in the countdown. But right now, coming in at number 8, it's Queen. Thank God It's Christmas on 108.9 The Hawk.
Hello, this is Farmer Dan down at Shetland Creameries. I hope you and yours have a happy holiday this season. For me, it won't be. For the cattle are just not coming back and have started to accept that. There were days when you would come to Shetland Creameries and get everything you need. Colby cheese, Colby Jack cheese, but not anymore. Like the song says, those cheese days are over at Shetland Creameries. So if you see a picture of a very old farmer crying on our Instagram, it's me. Please, please, please look at that picture on Instagram of a very sad farmer. That should let you know that you can no longer come to Shetland Creameries, where the cattle have defeated me.
Sauce, sauce, sauce. We've got the sauce. Down at the Sauce King, Valverde's favorite place for sauce. Hi, I'm Frank Sauce, and you know me, I love sauce. From marinara to puttanesco, we've got all of the sauces you put on pasta covered. But of course, you know we have anything that is a sauce. From guasacaca to horsey sauce, that little packet of sauce you get at Roy Rogers fast food, we've got you covered. We even have sauces that are made up and not even in this reality. Like if you heard about some type of sauce in some Harry Potter's book or some sort of fantasy thing, we probably have it, because we're the Sauce King. And of course, come down for the limited edition Wisp Turlington Sauce List Rock and Roll Sauce Pack. Oh, it is all of Wisp's favorite sauces. A 3-pack including the Hot Tuna Marinade, the Outlaws Out of the Shell Clam and Cheese Sauce, and of course the Little Feet Fettuccine Alfredo Sauce, which smells like feet. Honestly, they all sound kind of disgusting, but don't cross Wisp. Maybe this is the pack you get if you're not on his sauce list. But no matter what, come on down to the Sauce King. We've got the sauce.
108.9 The Hawk.
Literally no idea what Brian Johnson just said there, but that was Mistress for Christmas.
Yeah.
AC/DC coming in at number 8 on the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time countdown.
Feeling the holiday spirit, but I don't. Maybe he said something. I thought I heard Snowstack in there, but I don't know exactly what he means by that.
Get your skis on. We're going skiing.
You don't need to know what he's saying, I guess, in any song, but it might help a little bit more in a holiday song.
It
but,
might. The Mistress for Christmas, and we're going to the ski lodge.
Still put me in the holiday spirit. I gotta
Put me
say.
in the holiday spirit. I love it. That's probably my favorite song on the Razor's Edge.
Oh, easily.
Easily. There's no better song on the Razor's Edge.
Oh, God, no.
A lot of you are going to say Thunderstruck, and you would be wrong because it's Mistress for Christmas.
Thank you very much. We've all agreed upon this, and if you don't agree upon it, you're very wrong.
You're very wrong.
Yes.
Oh, well, Jeff, we are getting through it. Once again, the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time, brought to you in part by the Sauce King down on Hog Street. Of course, we know Sauce King, the preferred vendor of 108.9 The Hawk's own Wisp Turlington. I don't know if you've heard the news about Wisp. Should I tell you? Or you kind of have some things with Wisp.
I have many things with Wisp. Will it make me happy? Because is he in pain or something?
No. Rock Nights is coming back.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So Rock Nights, of course, we all remember growing up listening to Rock Nights.
My God.
Where, he would just be there live on the couch with Aerosmith, or he'd have Def Leppard, or I remember that big one where he had GNR when Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 came out, and they actually, broke the news that there was a third one.
Really?
Yes, on Rock Nights.
Is that what Chinese Democracy ended up becoming?
God, no. No, the third one was Spaghetti Incident.
Oh, okay. So they got confused and thought that covers.
Yes.
A full album of covers was their own originals. That
because
makes sense.
they did so many covers on Use Your Illusion that they figured, well, the third one's just going to be that. And you know who gave them that idea?
Wisp
Turlington.
That son of a bitch. I hate him. I hate him because he does things like he brings this magic out. I mean, do you remember the famed interview he did where he had Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Powell, and they all were there? It was ELPP.
Yeah.
And there was no animosity. And I tell you, for the first time, no egos. And that is a wild. Well, there was one ego on that couch, and it was Wisp. I'm realizing now that son of a bitch. But
the cool thing about that interview, if I remember correctly, is they all talked books. They didn't even talk about rock. They talked about their favorite books, and they all came to the understanding that Lonesome Dove was the greatest book that was ever written.
Really shocked by that.
Shocked
truly.
by that.
I mean, Powell almost pushed the Thornbirds in there, but they went back to.
They all agreed.
Dove.
Yeah,
I mean, it was nice to see them in agreement, and I guess I can give that to Wisp. But
you can give that to Wisp.
I guess he's coming back. Great, fantastic.
Coming back. Hey, let's keep going. Let everyone know what we had here in the countdown. We'll do a few more, and then we do have to check in with Big Truck down at the Valverde Valley Mall. Final day of the annual Hawk Trees. So we're going to figure out what's going on with that. What do you have coming in at 40?
Oh, 40. That was, of course, the Ramones.
Wait. No, we have already hit 40. Sorry, 38. What do you have coming in at 38?
Well, of course, I've got the Ramones with Mrs. Claus as a punk rocker.
I love that.
Yes, it pretty much sounds like all of their other songs.
Yes.
And much like Brian Johnson, not exactly sure if they even mentioned Christmas in it, but maybe they said Claus in that second stanza in the first minute.
We're gonna get some cocoa.
He's got the pipes.
He's just like literally. Brian Johnson is just basically describing his ideal ski vacation.
Yes. Sitting in the lodge.
Gonna go down the Black Diamond Run.
I hope they've got mozzarella sticks in the snack bar.
Oh, that's the best line. That is literally the best line.
That's why it's better than Thunderstruck.
It is. That is why it's better than Thunderstruck. Hey, coming in at 37, Pour Some Santa on Me from Def Leppard. Again, you guys are seeing a pattern here. These are mainly their classic songs redone with something Christmas in there. But this is also a little risque.
Oh, yeah.
If you ask me, because what Santa are you going to pour?
That's what I mean. The thing is, too, is like the original one, the sexual innuendo was subtle.
Yeah, this is just
one
out there.
Yes, they just start saying the word fuck over and over. In
they
the
do.
second part.
And they keep saying mug of Santa. Ugh. Mug of Santa.
White and creamy. And it's like,
froth at the top.
Thick, ropey streams.
Yes.
It is in your face, and that's what is nice about it. It really makes you remember that we are in the holiday season. Yeah, you know what else makes me remember? Coming in at 36, I believe.
Yeah, 36.
My favorite member of Genesis with one of his solo songs, a holiday song.
Please
Tony Banks with his old Sourpuss himself, but with his classic original song, Bah Humbug. You know, I wouldn't
it's so
expect
good.
anything else from him.
So good. My favorite part of it is the part where he spills his cocoa on his Alesis synthesizer.
Yes.
And you can hear him just like mutter angry things to himself. Like he's really hard on himself.
He is really hard on himself. I can't believe he left Mike Rutherford in the background, kind of giving a dry British snide comment towards him about spilling the cocoa, but that's kind of their style together.
Yeah, Mike Rutherford is all like, you need to use a better towel to pick that up.
And you almost can't register that he's sticking it to him.
Tony.
And you can't register probably if you saw his face, because Tony's face is unchanging, always angry.
Changing, always angry, even when he's smiling. Tony Banks from Genesis.
Yes.
Hey, coming in at 35, here's a classic one for you. It's Ride the Snake to Grandma's House this Christmas from The Doors. One of the longer
song.
titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of our longer titles and songs. I mean, it clocks in at, 22 minutes?
22 minutes. It was unreleased for a very long time, found in right around the time that Oliver Stone's movie came out.
Yes.
And I will say a lot of Doors purists were not happy that they had a holiday song.
No, they were not. But, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Listen to that keyboardist, I remember reading an interview where he talked about that song, and most of the interview, he just talked about how Jim was just a poetic genius.
Yeah.
Kind of just repeats the same line over and over again, and about riding that snake, and I guess it's a metaphor, but it's an entrancing song.
Well, the thing about it, too, is we learned that Jim Morrison did have a deep, respectful love for his grandma.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Unlike his mom and dad, which we know how he felt about them, for the grandma, if he's got his idea was you have to ride the snake because the snake is fast enough to get you to grandma's house in time for that Christmas meal.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't realize that there was a third line in the end. There's a father, yes, son, I'm going to kill you. Mother, I'm going to yow, which we all know is banging.
All know those, yes.
And then grandma, coming on over. We're going to have a wonderful night.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He really loved his grams.
I'm tearing up I'm tearing up thinking about that part where Morrison's just like, Grandma, coming on over.
You and I also teared up. Number 34, Mike and the Mechanics with The Christmas Years.
Oh, God. If The Living Years wasn't sad enough.
Ugh. Really, it's just shoved in the sadness.
It's basically a sequel to The Living Years, which, of course, if you don't know that song by Mike and the Mechanics, it is a song about their father passed away, correct?
Yeah.
Like all Mike and the Mechanics' dad. They all have the same dad.
Yeah.
They all come from the same father.
Yep. He passed away, and then it's about them talking about it over Christmas and how they really miss him. And the original one pulls on your heartstrings, and this one gutted from the first note. Who knew Mike and the Mechanics would be such a big hit?
My father missed this Christmas. He just isn't here.
See? Just you singing the Christmas years.
Say it loud.
Say it clear.
Our dad isn't here for Christmas this year.
Oh, those mechanics.
There's a part of you where you're just like, I just want Mike and the Mechanics to have their dad back.
I just want Mike and the Mechanics to visit me. Give me a big old huggy.
Just a reminder that Mike and the Mechanics are ASE certified, so if you need any part of your car fixed, they can do it.
Right there on Hog Street, they've got a franchise.
They do have a franchise.
Mike and the Mechanic.
Mike and the Mechanics. 866 Hog Street.
The only place I'll let them touch my transmission.
Okay, let's pull it back together. Hey, speaking of pulling it together, let's check in with Big Truck down at the Valverde Valley Mall. Truck, what's going on?
Well, trying to pull myself together here, because that's one of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my life.
Glad to hear you still have emotions and feelings.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew that's what. I came over here and I knew that I was gonna get some. I said I'm gonna get some from old Angry Man. He's gonna give it to me. Hey man, what are they paying you now?
Don't start with me. You know the score. Still trying to figure out how to set up a tip jar for a radio show.
Hey, I got a tip for you.
What?
Quit.
Well, that one isn't even helpful, honestly. Well, actually, I take it back. Might be the most helpful tip I've gotten, but I can't do that. I can't do that.
Give up. Or hey, if you're really hurting, man, you can come on over to 98.6 The Squirt, because you know what they the bottom of their pay scale, $42.98 an hour.
Are you kidding me?
$42.98 an hour.
$32.98.
42. Now add 10 to what you said.
Okay, I thought you switched it to 32.
Are you making fun of the way I talk?
All right, Big Judas. We don't need to get into your problems with my
Judas, Big Judas.
Go.
Hey, you remember Dracula 2000?
Of course I do.
Judas was in that. Remember?
That is true. Yes, I do.
And that's
remember.
that's a kick-ass Dracula film. So when I saw that, I'm like, why is everyone mad at Judas? He made Dracula.
You are sucking me back in, Big Chuck.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of sucking, I'm down here at the Valverde Valley Mall for the annual holiday hawk trees. Now, here's the thing that's going on with these hawk trees. Literally, none of the eggs have been taken off of the trees. So I got to tell you, there are a lot of Valverde children who are going to have an absolutely terrible Christmas. And the reason why we can't get these eggs off is because we have 5 of the most angry hawks I've ever seen in my life. And today's the final day. So what we've done is we put a box outside the front door of the Valverde Valley Mall. And if you can find it in your heart to just put any sort of toy or if you happen to purchase an extra edge that you want to put in there, maybe an extra Jack White or 2. If the kids are looking, that's the hottest toy this holiday season.
Good luck to me then, I suppose.
Yeah, you better come down here, man.
I'm thinking about it. Toys for the Angry Man box is what it should be called.
Yeah, it should be. But right now it's called Big Trucks Toys.
Of course it is. Take all the credit. Hey, Big Judas, do you think the Reeves started up?
All right,
come on now.
They're going to suck you.
Now, do you think it is because the word of our beloved Mickey Mac, R.I.P., has gotten around that people are not willing? Wait.
He ain't dead yet, man. Don't put him in the grave yet. Jesus. He's still in ICU. I went and visited him.
Okay.
And he's still pulling through, man. We don't, Mickey ain't dead. What you want him dead, don't you?
I don't.
You want him dead.
I don't want him dead.
You are gunning for Hair House because you know what Hair House pays.
Money. How much does it pay?
$18.42 an hour.
Oh man,
that's a 3-hour show, man.
Look, yeah, it sounds wonderful. It sounds like a dream gig. Don't get me wrong, but I know Mickey is fine. I'm just worried about, and he's been going in and out of comas and right. I'm just worried about him. Okay.
Yeah, what were you trying to say before you tried to put Mickey Mac in an early grave?
I just think, don't you think all the children are a little bit worried?
About what? Hawks?
Getting attacked?
No,
by the Hawks.
Jesus Christ, man. I just told you the box is out in front of the damn mall.
I understand that, but I'm worried enough about going to that box. Those Hawks are vicious.
Oh, they are. They're vicious. That's why I'm standing outside the mall. I ain't in the mall. Okay. Ain't nobody shopping in the mall.
You're protecting the box.
I am standing right by the box. It says on the front, I did with a Sharpie, it says Big Trucks Toys. Okay. Right there. And Truck Jr., he came over. He threw a few things in. I love my boy. I love my boy, Truck Jr.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
Unlike some of you people.
I got to get him I'm going to get him a job over there at 108.9 The Hawk. Or I'll get him a better job at 98.6 The Squirt.
Okay, all right. We see where your allegiances lie.
Hey, man, I do both, man.
I'm well aware.
Valverde ain't a big town. You gotta get it when you can get it, and I got it.
I mean, maybe I should be thinking about moonlighting a little bit more, but
what would you do if you let's role play this. I am now the program director of the Squirt, and you've walked in. You're desperate as hell. Like we can smell the desperation coming off you. You're sweaty. You smell like you only like you're the type of person who like only takes baths, but you got a shower in your hotel room, and you're like, I ain't gonna use that. You just fucking reek.
I don't think I smell that bad.
And you're coming in, and you're like, oh God, big truck, I need a job. And I'm like, Jeff. Well, no, shit. I was just playing it myself. So you go ahead.
Yeah, why are you making me into
I just know how it would go because I know your type.
I would go in there and I'd say, I am Jeff the Angerman Garlock. I have over 20 years of classic rock experience. What?
No, I wouldn't. I'm playing with you. I'm the program director, so it's my job.
So you're just going to cut me off? I am Jeff the Angerman Garlock. I have a reputation here. Okay. You should just be giving me a show.
Well, tell me a little bit about the type of show you'd like to do on 98.6
It would be called the Anti-Beatles Hour, and we would be going off about the Beatles. And what is wrong with this?
Man, we love the Beatles.
As human beings?
Did you watch Get Back?
Of course I watched Get
Back.
Back.
Did you cry?
Yes. I cried too much. I really did. It was
so why would you do an anti-Beatle if you cry?
It did not convince me.
You were crying because you were not convinced.
Yes, I wanted to still like them better than I did. And that's what I think it would be. It would be like a personal journey. Like that's a whole thing. Like the podcasts that are out now. Like maybe I could do like a radio version of this thing I've heard about, like a personal journey of someone trying to understand something that they don't understand. Like it could be like a heart-tearing story.
Dude.
And of course, Sha-na-na would be involved in it, of course. Doesn't this sound like a winning idea? I mean, can you give me a good word over there at the Squirt?
Let's see here. You got any other show ideas before I give you my verdict? Judge Truck weighing in here at 98.6 Squirt.
More like Judge Judas. I'll say it again. How about just the Steely Dan surprise?
Now we're talking. Keep going.
Well, I go through.
How am I going to be surprised?
Well, you're going to be surprised by how influential Steely Dan was to everyone. How they are a band that everyone wants to say they don't like, but then I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the bands that have been influenced, that have been changed by Steely Dan. And again, I'm going to make it like a personal journey about my voyage with Steely Dan and how I became a better person through it. Again, this is what I think the people want, and then hopefully I can get paid for this and then get some of that nice Steely Dan Acapulco Gold, if you know what I mean. But is any of this going to work? I mean, could you give me your seal of approval?
Yeah, let me look at this here. Steely Dan, that looks good. Hey, how are you at cleaning bathrooms?
I can scrub them so you can see your face.
Yeah, we ain't got a spot for you.
Oh, you are a Judas all around.
Hey, we'll check back in with you guys here soon. Looks like I got to get another box because these people, the moment they heard me talking about 98.6 The Squirt, they're like, love that station. Best classic rock in Valverde. So they started tossing even more stuff. Man, I've got at least 3 Jimmy Page dolls down here.
Are you kidding me?
It looks like they gave me the new Yardbirds model.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't expect to get that. That is a limited edition. Of course, that is the sex doll that is not a sex doll. It's just a full Jimmy Page. And, he's talking about his new band, the New Yardbirds.
Oh, man. You're a Judas, but you do a good job, Big Truck.
Yeah, hey, we'll talk to y'all later, okay?
All right. Happy holidays, Big Truck.
Eat it.
Oh, did you hear him? Did you hear him, Jason?
It sounded to me like you did not get a job at the Squirt.
No, I did not. Happy nothing to me.
Happy nothing to you. Oh, speaking of, hey, let's recap a few more songs and we'll get back into the countdown. 33, you heard Revolt of the Elves by Dio.
Oh, that's a good one. It really takes you on a journey.
Honestly, should have been higher.
It really should have. Amazed that he worked in talking about rainbows and dragons.
Yes.
In a Christmas song, but he is Dio. He fits in everywhere. I still don't know about how there is no sun in the shadow of the wizard, but eventually, I think Dio does explain if you follow his whole discography. But I will say, in number 33...
That would be, 32.
32, losing my numbers here. We had a tie.
What?
Yes, a 4-way tie.
Okay.
People of Valverde, of course, chose these, and this just happened. We had, of course, Christmas in Hell by Crocus, Christmas in Hell by Gravedigger,
Whoa!
Christmas in Hell by Striper,
Whoa!
and the fourth one, Christmas in Canada by Slayer.
That doesn't make any sense.
Really throws you off there. They really keeps you on your toes. I mean, the Striper one actually makes the most sense. Like, they're going to find some way to really put the fear of God into you this Christmas season, but...
And also, the weird thing about a 4-way tie in a radio countdown is you have to play all 4 at the same time.
It sounds terrible when we play.
Sounds horrific.
Just a cacophony of screeches and notes and pinch harmonics. Almost sounds like Brian Johnson singing.
I hope they have marshmallows for the hot chocolate.
Put some extra cinnamon in.
Coming in at 31, we had Led Zeppelin's Good Christmas, Bad Christmas. It's going to be, I got to tell you, it's going to be a good Christmas if you get one of those Jimmy Page dolls.
But I am keeping our fingers crossed for both of us. And coming in at 30, got it on my head because of this song. All I Want for Christmas is Acapulco Gold by Steely Dan.
Boom!
I mean, it's all in the title. It's what they want.
And Jeff,
yeah,
great pitch, man.
Oh, thank you. I wish you had backed me up on that one.
If I had to go to the John, but I heard it on the speaker in the John, because what you don't know about classic rock radio stations is we usually put long songs on so we can go use the bathroom. And there is a speaker in there so we can know when that's like when Stranglehold by Ted Nugent is ending. Great bathroom song, by the way.
Great
Horrible man,
song.
Terrible human being, great bathroom song.
Wish he would rot in hell, but also very glad that he lets me take a dump.
Yes, thank you for
in the middle
that.
of a set.
You piece of shit.
You piece of shit. The only plus I would say of the Thanksgiving season of Alice's Restaurant. Not to bring that up. I don't want to bring that up.
Oh, God, do not conjure that.
No, sorry. Let's just strike that one from the record.
Hey, coming in at 29, you put the F in Frosty by Kiss.
Ooh.
It was a good one. It's an 80s era Kiss. They've taken the makeup off. This was 1987.
Yes.
It was on the Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits collection.
Yes.
And yeah.
I personally think Kiss nailed it the best when they took the makeup off.
I do too.
That's when it was really, it's like we finally got to see the true Kiss and go, ugh, that's what you look like?
Oh, thank God. You guys look great.
Yeah. Give me more Gene Simmons.
I liked when they dropped the spikes and the leather and they just went for like neon green.
Oh, pure glam. It made Gene Simmons' tongue less creepy somehow. It's just like
it was also neon green.
Yeah. Stick that neon green out like you're George the Animal Steel. Like wrestling the WWF is what I always would say.
Hey, we'll come back to some more songs, but right now we're back into it. What, this would be number 7? Is that correct?
I believe so.
I believe it is, and it must be Santa by Bob Dylan on the Hawk.
Hello everyone, it's Mike Rutherford from Mike and the Mechanics, inviting you to come down to Mike and the Mechanics, 1244 Hog Street in Valverde. Brakes, shocks, struts, engine repair, hybrid battery replacement, emissions testing. We do it all. Sure, I may be in Genesis, but I'm also one hell of a mechanic, as are everyone here at Mike and the Mechanics. Mike and the Mechanics are ASE certified to handle any of your automobile needs. Say it loud, say it clear. Say, please fix my car, Mike and the Mechanics. 1244 Hog Street.
Hey, you're listening to Jeff Skunk Baxter from the Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan, and you're listening to 108.9 The Hawk, the only classic rock station in Valverde that blows my mustache back, and it's a long one.
Some solo John Bon for you. For your holiday countdown, it's Please Come Home for Christmas. John Bon Jovi on the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time countdown on 108.9 The Hawk. I do have to add that this countdown is brought to you by a brand new business that's been the talk of the show, Rock Dolls, 1444 Hog Street. Now, just to reiterate, these are not sex dolls. These
Not at all.
are full-size replicas of your favorite classic rockers. They are made so you can have a nice conversation or learn more about their classic rock experience. The Jimmy Page is all the rage for this holiday season, but just know that the first rock doll that they made was Bob Seger.
Oh, man, with beard and everything.
Beard.
And you could get Bob Seger's System or Silver Bullet Band.
Silver Bullet Band is the one that sells out, and he is wearing his sports jersey.
Yes, the Bob Seger System doll is the one that we all agree upon is
Yes.
more interesting musically, but
Yes.
people don't want that. And remember, again, these are perfectly matched to the dimensions of the artist. Anatomically correct.
Yes.
Has rectum and mouth.
Yes.
But that is just for talking and simulating going to the bathroom.
Exactly. Exactly. Because who doesn't want to go to the bathroom with Ronnie Van Zant?
Sounds like a dream to me.
Sounds like a dream to me. And you can get that Ronnie Van Zant doll on sale right now at Rock Dolls on Hog Street. So, yeah, thank you for sponsoring the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time countdown on 108.9 The Hawk.
Feel free to shoot some promos over to us if you want.
Please, God. Just even if you have some experimental ones that you're not sure about, just send them over. We could use the company.
Oh, yes, please. Whatever you got, we'll take it.
Jeff, coming in at number 28, what did people hear?
28, we had Christmas Fugue Part 234 by Blackmore's Night.
Wow.
Yes, and of course, with that, as always, we want to give a happy birthday to Richie
birthday.
Blackmore.
Happy
It is
birthday,
his-
Richie Blackmore.
Richie, you've changed our lives in so many ways with Deep
Yep.
Purple, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, and of course your best band, Blackmore's Night.
The best band.
The best
out of
band
all
that's
of
ever
them.
existed. Yes. Where you really nailed what you do as Richie Blackmore.
Yeah, when I listen to Blackmore's Night, the thing I like about it the most is I also really love fantasy novels. Mm-hmm. And it feels like I'm getting a fantasy novel every time they open their mouth. It's like, I want to listen to a classic rock band that would tour only Ren fairs.
100%. You want to crack open a Dragonlance.
Yeah.
And crack open a Blackmore's Night and feel like you are in a time where everything smells terrible.
Oh.
Sounds like a dream to me.
Happy birthday, Richie. We all love you
birthday.
here at 108.9 The Hawk. And of course, our Twitter account. You can find 108.9 The Hawk on Twitter. Did you know we're on Twitter, Jeff?
I did. Do the people know? Let's find out.
I don't know if they know, but go follow Good Rock Facts. That is a courtesy of 108.9 The Hawk. We give you all of the information you need to know about classic rock on a daily basis on Twitter. It is a service of 108.9 The Hawk.
You are welcome. Nothing but rock and nothing but facts. You know what we've got at song number 26? Where were we at,
Let's
Jason?
see. No, I got 27 right here.
27. What do you got at 27?
Funk number 54, The One About Christmas from the James Gang.
All right, I'll take your word for it, James Gag. I
Because,
guess.
of course, we got Funk 49.
Of course.
Then we had Funk 50.
Yes,
Funk 51, if I remember, was about space travel.
I think so. Funk 52, that was about the Transcontinental Railroad?
It was.
Yes.
It was about putting in that final spike.
Yes. Great one.
Yeah, Funk 53 was about algae, which was really weird. Didn't make sense.
No.
But of course, Funk 54, The One About Christmas, James Gang, coming in at number 27.
Felt a lot more well-researched than the one about algae.
Yeah. What do you got
say.
for 26?
26, Trans-Siberian Orchestra coming at you with the Dreidel song.
Yes.
I think they had covered everything they could in the Christmas category.
They literally sucked the well dry, didn't they?
I could not get any more Christmas out of that sponge.
No.
It's just squeezing blood from a rock at this point. So
Yeah.
they finally realize, hey, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Let's include
Yes.
the other one. So
Yes, and they
Way
did.
to
And
go.
I gotta say, Dreidel rocks.
oh my God, when they do that solo, like the
Yeah.
twin harmony guitar works really well apparently with the Dreidel song.
4 synth players,
The only way I can hear the Dreidel song now.
8 drummers,
Oh my goodness. Layers upon layers.
42 bassists, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
And the ghost of Ozzie Davis.
and the ghost of Ozzie Davis. R.I.P.
Beautiful.
R.I.P. Hey, coming in at 25 now, I'm really shocked that this one wasn't higher. I'm really blown away by this one. But these, of course, are all based on your votes. Valverde, you spoke, we listened, and that's what built all of this here. It's, of course, Eric Clapton's classic, I Like Santa 'Cause He's White.
You know, my one wish besides the Edge and Jack White doll
Right.
this Christmas was that Eric Clapton would make no appearance here. But that's the people of Valverde for you.
The weird thing about this song, and I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but the weird thing about this song by Eric Clapton, I Like Santa 'Cause He's White, you think going into it that he's alluding to the snow and the white beard.
If
But
you
by
don't think it, you hope it.
You hope, yes. Yeah, that is a much better way of saying it. But by the end of the song, no.
No. He is basically just reading off literature from the Aryan Brotherhood
Yes.
at a certain point. And it doesn't even really fit in his 12-bar blues at that point.
It does not, but there are some sweet licks in there.
That is true. He does got some sweet licks in there. Speaking of sweet licks, coming at 24, I believe, I had Thin Lizzy with Johnny the Fox meets Jack Frost.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a good one.
If you're gonna have someone tell you a tale,
yes.
it has got to be Phil Lynott in his
Gotta
talk
be.
sing way. And when Johnny meets Jack Frost, yeah, you got if those boys are gonna fight, you better let them. Is all I gotta say.
Yes. Oh, man, that's great. Coming in at number 23. This is just mainly them coming clean. It was Jethro Tull's We Have 50 Songs About Christmas.
Wow.
It's not
Nice.
even really a Christmas song. It's just a statement
Yeah.
with flute.
I mean, the flute, I guess, makes it a song. You know, I can picture his leg is up the whole time. But, yeah, did not know Aqualung was about Christmas.
Did you know that when Ian Anderson dies, they have already made his casket to factor in that his leg will be up?
I mean, that's all I could imagine. I can picture it now.
Yeah.
It will look like the classic Jethro Tull symbol of him. Just, let the man spread out. As long as you can get that flute in there too.
Yeah.
Please let him RIP in peace.
And per his will, that casket will then be shot out of a cannon shaped like a flute while Bore plays.
Wow. Can we get an invitation to this funeral?
I doubt it.
I
We are
know.
literally the most hated radio station.
We truly, truly are.
Oh, God. Hey, we'll get back into more of the songs coming up, but oh, God. Here's a good one. Coming in, what is this, number 5?
Number 5 with a bullet.
Oh, number 5 with a bullet. It's Christmas time. Status Quo on 108.9 The Hawk.
You looking for rock dolls? Great, I got them. This is Keith Talons down at Rock Dolls. 15 years ago, I started making sex dolls. 1 year ago, I got out of that and thought, well, I'm gonna have to do something with this leftover stock of sex dolls. And then, while listening to my favorite classic rock station, 108.9 The Hawk, I put it all together. I'll change these dolls into rock dolls. And Rock Dolls was born. Want to hang out with Angus Young from AC/DC? Done. Just please don't have sex with him. Wish you could go on a picnic with John Deacon from Queen? Easy. Just don't have sex with him on that picnic. Have you always wanted to start a band with Richie Sambora? Cool. You can easily do that now. Just don't have sex with him in your garage. That's right. All of these rock dolls are made for you to have a personal relationship with your favorite rock and roller without sex. That's Rock Dolls down here on Hog Street. Just come to the very nondescript door, knock on it twice, and ask for Keith Talons. Rock Dolls. I want you to want Rock Dolls. Rick Nielsen doll coming soon.
Yeah, this is Wisp Turlington, wishing you and yours, but mainly mine, a very, very happy holidays from 108.9 The Hawk.
And of course, the Kinks with Father Christmas. Hey, Davies Brothers, watch out. Santa might be watching you. Don't get on that naughty list. I bet you're fighting right now.
They are fighting. They have already snuck into the living room and they've looked at their stockings. And Ray got everything good. And Dave, well, sorry, Dave.
And Ray said, "Oi, that one ain't for you."
And Dave's like, I would love to have a piece of what you've got there.
You get nothing. Punch her right in the nose.
And then he's like, is that fruitcake?
Strawberry berry is what he says in Ray, and you don't know what he said because his accent's so thick.
I've got nothing but sticks in me.
And then all of a sudden, Brian Johnson's there, and he's like, "And the sound is coming." Ah!
What a Kinks Christmas, huh?
Classic Kinks Christmas with Brian Johnson.
Hey Jeff, what did we hear at 22?
22, we of course had the classic Christmas Only Exists in Boston by the band Boston.
Oh,
I tell you, they are obsessed with being from Boston.
Yeah,
it feels like a bold statement.
It's a very bold statement.
Just not accepting that the rest of us get to celebrate Christmas, but they are a band from Boston, as they let us know.
And you know that they recorded that song in their basement, and it took them 14 months to record just that one song. I mean, it's got to be perfect, though. It's got to be perfect.
Hey, you don't have a mechanical engineer in that band for nothing.
Oh man, you get all of the rock facts right here on 108.9 The Hawk, and on our Twitter account, Good Rock Facts. Check that out.
Check it out. Best facts in the biz.
Best facts in the biz. The Squirt ain't got that.
No, they do not.
Coming in at 21, Suicidal Tendencies with Rudolph is a Narc.
I mean, I've always felt that way, and I was always glad when Suicidal finally pointed it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I feel like Rudolph is out for his own. You know what I say?
A lot of talking in that song.
A lot of talking. I mean, it's mostly a story.
Yeah.
He definitely got a nod from Phil Lynott in that one.
He did.
Learned how to do it. You know what? Also, something I learned from this 22 slot. We at 22, I believe.
We're at 20. This is 20
already.
God.
Oh, I learned that it is beautiful in Florida with 82 degrees and a chance of snow by Jimmy Buffett.
Oh.
I tell you, that man. I wish I could live the life of a true parrot head.
You know, a lot of other classic rock stations will not put Buffett into their playlist, but not 108.9 The Hawk, man. We will do it.
No, please. Buffett crosses all bounds. Like that Jimmy Buffett is the music for the person who grew up on classic rock and has gotten soft and rich.
Yes, and you wear like really light blue denim.
Very, very light blue denim. And you think that those kind of quirky, funny songs speak to you, but really they're coming at you from a millionaire.
You also have one of those, a Jimmy Buffett fan, probably also has one of those holster things for the cell phone that they have like right on their hip.
100%. And somehow they have two. And you're like, why do you need two cell phones that are both flip phones? But I get distracted because you are wearing a legitimate parrot hat head. And it is confusing.
One day, man. One day we'll get there. One day.
I'll see you in Key West.
I will see you in Key West. Hey, coming in at 19, we have the theme from The Santa Claus by Dokken. Now, if you want a song done for a movie, you go to Don Dokken.
You do. You truly. I mean, I love the video for that one. I mean, it's like when the Santa Claus starts walking around, interacting with Dokken. Mm-hmm. It is just, it's beautiful. It's like you're watching a movie in front of you. And then I'm always confused when Freddy Krueger shows up.
It's
I
weird.
will say it is odd, but I do think there might be a stipulation in the Dokken contract that Freddy Krueger has to show up in every single one of their videos now.
Every single one of the videos. And it makes you think, that is this going to tie into the Tim Allen classic? Like if Tim Allen's character dies, does Freddy Krueger become Santa Claus?
Oh my goodness. Now that is the Santa Claus I would watch. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
You know what didn't have a video? What came in at number 18?
Yes, 18.
Christmas is a War on the Poor by the classic anarcho-punk band Crass. Now, that one does not leave you feeling good about the capitalism that is Christmas.
It does not.
No.
It kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth because, A, I love Christmas.
I love it a
B,
lot.
I love capitalism.
I love it a lot.
And, who are you, Crass?
That's how I feel. Like, why are you judging me just because I want to buy things?
Yes.
Like, is that so wrong? Oh, I'm sorry that Jeff the Angry Man Garlock wants to actually own his products,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just getting what's mine. I'm just sitting over here listening to Jimmy Buffett, not trying to get made fun of by Crass. I just want to sit here in a Tommy Bahama shirt in a Margaritaville hotel, and I want to eat a cheeseburger in paradise. You know what? I take mine with lettuce and tomato, big kosher pickle, and a French fried potato. You know what I'm saying? And not with Crass shitting all over me.
Yeah, you eat shit, Crass.
Eat shit, Crass. But hey, happy holidays to you guys.
Happy holidays to you guys and Crass. Hey, coming in at number 17, it's 40 minutes of onstage banter about Santa Claus. Of course, the classic from Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. 40 minutes.
It is, you think the song's going to kick in, and then it just never does.
It never does. Like, Big Man says a few things.
He calls over Clarence 6 times.
6 times. And Clarence is like, you can picture the sax in his hand. He's ready to play an intro.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like, no, hold on. And then he just keeps going about Christmas in Freehold, the time he lived in Los Angeles and Christmas was weird.
Right.
The time he moved back to New Jersey after Christmas was weird in LA, and then Christmas just wasn't the same in New Jersey anymore.
Exactly. And in between each of those stories, he keeps asking the crowd if they've been good or bad.
Yeah.
And they keep saying, we've been good, get to the song. And he keeps saying, that's not many. But it was enough. But he just keeps going.
The last 15 minutes of this Springsteen and the E Street Band song is literally him building a sled on stage.
It is so loud.
It's so loud.
You can hear Big Man just being like, boss, can we get going? And Stevie, like, I think I read that Stevie was just constantly trying to put his back to Bruce.
Yeah.
And get ready to get for his solo. But Bruce was like, back off. I got to level out this.
Yeah.
Got to level this out. Got to make sure it flows right. And it's a wild choice.
Yeah. Little Steven was all like,
You gotta not do the sled right now.
Yeah.
If we can let's get back into the rock.
and Bruce is just pounding on the sled like 1, 2. Like he counted out every hammer.
It is wild. It is great though that Max keeps a beat the whole time.
It really is, because that's what he does.
He is a metronome.
He is a metronome.
You know what though? There is a song in the 16th song. I believe.
This would be 16.
16th, of course. One of my faves, Merry Chugalmas and Happy Chugal Days by CCR. I tell you, they love the concept of that they are a Chugal band.
They love the concept. And here's the thing about CCR. They are the only band on here with 2 songs in the countdown. We'll see CCR again very soon.
That's how good they are. They love the holidays, and they love talking about a genre of music that I just can't completely put into words what Chugal exactly means. But we do love CCR. No idea.
Hey, coming in at 15, it's Alice Cooper's Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and Alice. Kind of a weird song, not creepy in any way. It's kind of an outlier for Alice Cooper in his catalog. It's mainly just talking about how he'd really like to hang out with them.
Yeah, I mean, he is a religious man, and it's nice that he finally has a song where he's not playing a character. And he does mention baseball a couple times during it. You know, he keeps talking about Cooperstown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like the gift to us is that we're seeing the true Alice Cooper behind quote unquote Alice Cooper. It's kind of beautiful if you think about it. But I wouldn't mind it being creepy.
I want it to be a little creepier.
Wouldn't mind it being a little creepier.
Hey, speaking of creepy, we'll check back in with Big Truck in just a few minutes. One more time to see what's going on down at the Valverde Valley Mall for, it's not the Hawk Trees. I guess it's Big Truck's toys.
I mean, thank God. Keep the people away from those hawks. I'm worried about them.
Yeah. But right now, coming in at number, what is this, 4 now? Are we at 4?
I believe 4.
This is Mellencamp. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus on 108.9 The Hawk.
Hey, this is John Mellencamp. When I'm not looking for the best deals in light blue denim jeans, I'm listening to 108.9 The Hawk. Happy Hawk-a-days, guys.
John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and Happy Christmas. War's over, Jeff. War is over.
Thank you, Yoko.
We did
something.
it.
You did it. Can't believe it's been over all this time.
All
Fantastic.
this time.
Thank
Hey,
you
if you're
so
just
much.
tuning in right now, we're at 108.9 The Hawks. Top 41 holiday rock songs of all time. And it's brought to you by Shetland Creameries.
Oh, sad.
First off, Farmer Dan should be holding on to this money.
Yes.
Because if you haven't heard about Shetland Creameries, cattle has been missing for about a month now. They can't make anything dairy. That's all they make. They never went into jams or pickled things or like a fruit stand or anything. They literally just do dairy.
And we keep telling him, too. We keep going down there and saying, Farmer Dan, open all of the things at the fruit stand that you think you should buy. And when you get home, you realize you don't really like them. Like
Right.
various canned fruits and relishes that are a little bit either too salty or too sweet. But he's just sticking to waiting for these damn cows to come back. And I'm going to tell you, Jason, I've got a theory.
What's that?
Has anyone said aliens yet? I'm just saying.
Nobody said aliens yet.
I'm just saying it feels like maybe the aliens came down and took the cows. Because at this point, I don't know what else could explain this because they just disappeared.
I just don't bring that up with Farmer Dan if you see him, because if you do mention the cattle, seeing a 78-year-old man cry,
God,
especially at Christmas, not good.
It's like he's listening to the Living / the Christmas Years all the time at this point, and I hear you.
Yeah, it's tough, but thank you, Farmer Dan, for sponsoring this countdown.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get back into what we've heard. We've just been back this whole time. We've just been back announcing all of the great holiday tunes that you have heard here.
We've just been here alone, not with our families, and giving you holiday classics.
Giving you holiday classics, but we do have to wrap up one thing. We're going to throw it down to the Valverde Valley Mall, and in fact, it's the grand entrance of the Valverde Valley Mall. Truck, what's going on?
Chuck, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is everything all right down there?
Yeah, no, everything's good. Here's what happened, y'all. 5 goddamn terrible hawks.
Oh, God, I knew it.
They just took the boxes.
These hawks.
They were walking, man. They weren't even flying. They came out and they grabbed them with their beaks. And they just dragged them backwards into the mall while we just stared, and there was nothing we could do.
Did they give you threatening looks like there were a bunch of
they looked
greasers coming at you?
You ever look a hawk in one of these hawks in the eyes? Because I did the whole time. We locked, and at one point he was halfway through the door, and Jeff, that hawk winked at me.
Oh my!
Here's another weird thing: these hawks. When's the last time you saw the hawks down here at the Valverde Valley Mall?
Well, I mean that I was swooping away from them not too long ago. Not too long ago, yeah. What's up with them?
Man, they have grown in size.
Oh no!
These hawks are easily the size of a baby bear.
What are we feeding these things? They were formidable before, anyways. These were large hawks. Now we have these mutant hawks down there.
Well, they got free reign on the whole damn mall.
I don't know why didn't we lock them to the trees somehow?
You know, they can go into lids. They can go into Deb, corn dog on a stick. Here's the thing that I think's going on. They go over to Science Fair, the place where you can get those lab kits for your kids, the nerds that like to learn.
Exactly. Make a crystal radio.
Yeah. Who knows what they're whipping up in there?
Oh,
Did they whip up a serum to make themselves bigger? Because that's kind of what it feels like. Like, here's the thing, man. We're able to get the hawks out of the mall every holiday season. When this shuts down, we're able to go in with our hawk collectors. We have 18 hawk collectors just standing by in the parking lot. Well, we did. But they saw these big-ass hawks, and they said, and they tore ass off.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm starting to worry that we have a Planet of the Apes prequels style situation on our hands. That I feel like we're getting an intelligence that maybe is coming from that science store. And maybe they're going to be turning on us, is what it feels like. They have become sentient.
Yeah, you know those big, at the science store where they got the big thing where you can stretch out and it's a big ball and then you put it down and it collapses.
Of course. Saw a wonderful one in the Thanksgiving parade, ours. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
well, I saw a hawk just rolling down the hall in one of those. He kept it big the whole time. I don't know how.
No human can keep those things big the whole time.
Whole time. And you know what I heard him say, Jeff?
Wait, he said something?
He said something. He said, "This mall is ours."
Well, I mean, that should be sign number one. Hawk shouldn't be talking at all, let alone threatening you. I mean, I'm just glad you got out of it.
Do you think he learned to speak by watching movies at the Suncoast?
Probably went over there. He got a bunch of those Planet of the Apes prequels that I was talking about. I bet you he saw them and he said, "Good idea."
Well, here's the thing, y'all. The government's getting involved. The Valverde Valley Mall is no longer a mall. It's now known as Site 24. And yeah, man, I don't know what to say. The government's putting up fencing all around here. We ain't got no toys for any of the kids here at Valverde. They took.
Wait.
3
Hold
of the
on.
Jimmy.
Don't tell me they took the Jimmies.
They took every single Jimmy.
Even Yardbird. Even the Firm.
I had a John Popper down here. And that was a limited edition. They only made one John Popper at Rock Dolls.
Yes.
Complete with the vest that had all the harmonicas in it.
An unbelievably heavy vest because he's just weighed down by the harmonicas.
Yeah, I took a look inside the mall. I just keep peeking in because I'm like, God, there might be a way I can get these boxes back. There ain't no way I'm getting these boxes back. But I looked down there and I saw a hawk playing harmonica while sitting on the counter of Orange Julius. And Jeff, he was goddamn great.
Oh my God. Better than Popper?
Better than Popper by a mile.
That is a feat. That they have become better than us.
Like he should be on stage with the Stones.
Oh my God. I don't like the way this is going. I don't like where this is going.
This big, beefy ass, almost human sized hawk. Just
I gotta say, picturing that though, jamming with the Stones sounds kind of fun.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
I've been trying to get tickets to that tour. I'll tell you that.
Well, happy holidays to everybody. This is Big Truck signing off at Site 24, where
Right.
I guess you're gonna
stay
have to,
safe. I guess is what I want to say to you.
hey, we had some words before, and I got heated, and I do apologize, Jeff. And I want you to have a great holiday, and I want you to, stay away from Site 24, Jeff.
I appreciate that, Big Truck. I'm sorry I called you Judas. I appreciate you looking out for me. I'm not going to go anywhere near Site 24. And everyone in Valverde, stay away from Site 24.
Yeah, like literally, where are we going to shop now? We're going to have to go to Slathersburg.
I don't want to go all the way over to Slathersburg. I can't. Maybe the government will be able to control these things. Usually the government has no problem with these things, right?
Well, here's the thing. I was hoping we would wrap up the holiday hawk trees
Yeah.
this episode, but now it seems like we've got something else going on, and I
think we're living with these trees.
I don't think. Yeah, we're never getting those trees back. They usually live in the station closet, but
Yeah.
now it's turned into something else.
This is our new reality.
I tell you what, it feels like it's Christmas all over again on the hawk.
For one night only at the Valverde Dome, Monsters of Whistle. Your favorite classic rock whistling group is back. Monsters of Whistle. Hear your favorite classic rock tunes whistled. Songs like Smoke on the Water, Stairway to Heaven, Aqualung, and Enter Sandman. Get your tickets at any Ticket King location. One night only, Monsters of Whistle at the Valverde Dome. Brought to you by your least favorite home for classic rock. 108.9 The Hawk.
Jeff, when I'm wrong, and I'm going to say that I was wrong. It's Jethro Tull coming in at number 2 on the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time countdown. God rest ye merry gentlemen. And so when we look at the list, Jethro Tull had 2 songs and CCR had 2 songs. Kind of shocking.
Very shocked. Did not expect them to be the two.
Did not expect it, but that is what happened. And here we are. We are in the final stretch, about to tell you what the number 1 holiday rock song of all time is. And it's brought to you by Pizza Emporium, Jeff. Our pals down at Pizza Emporium. Oh, 323 Hog Street. Best pizza around.
Best pizza around. I tell you, go in and get yourself a mistletoe pepperoni slice.
Ooh, God!
Holidays.
Have you had one of the slices that is just sauce and green frosting?
It is so sweet and salty all at once.
Yeah,
it's a delicious concoction.
Oh, it's just a great sensation.
Yeah, just really you feel it. You can really feel it go down your throat.
You really can. You
kind
really
of burns
can.
in the best way possible.
And if you eat the whole pizza, they give you a T-shirt that says "Feel it go down your throat."
Yeah, I'm eyeing it. I'm gunning for that puppy.
Hey, coming in at 41, Jeff. What did we hear? Sorry, 41.
Oh no, we're starting over again.
Here we go. Let's do the list. 41, "Hush, Baby Jesus" by Deep Purple. No, we've been in the studio way too long. Coming in at 14, what did we hear?
Oh, at 14, of course, we had the sequel to the classic Band-Aid Do They Know It's Christmas song with their answer track, Yes, They Do.
Simple.
Band-Aid taught us. They said, we found out about snow in Africa, and also that they thank you, I guess is what we got to say to Band-Aid. You did your job. We know it's Christmas.
It is. I was shocked when they put it out because I never thought they would answer the question.
Just left us hanging.
But sometimes the best rock songs are the simple ones.
Oh, yeah. It's a short one, too. It really is just like every single member of Band-Aid just all yelling out, yes, they do. That's it. But
how did they get everyone back in the same studio? How did they get everyone at Abbey Road just to sing Yes, They Do?
I mean, the scheduling alone makes my head want to blow off my body, but it's a commendable feat for a commendable cause.
Yeah.
Of course, Band-Aid's main cause teaching us that Christmas exists, and it does.
And giving Phil Collins another chance to hit a cymbal. It's just not even a drum lick or anything. It's just a cymbal.
Now, and of course, it's destroyed his body currently, but it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Worth it. Every cymbal crash was worth it.
Coming in at 13, here's the other CCR track, Bullshit Bayou Christmas.
That is a good one.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to tell us that they're not from the Bayou, which of course everybody knows they were.
Right. We all know that, of course. But maybe it's just a Bayou thing we don't get.
It's probably we just don't get it.
Yeah, we're never gonna get it. We're not Bayou people, But I'm glad. It's almost like the Band-Aid song. I'm glad we got CCR to give us the answers.
I am too. Coming in at 12, what do we got?
Coming in at 12, we of course have Frank Zappa.
Ooh.
With his Little Drummer Boy. Now, not the normal Little Drummer Boy that he usually does. This is the non-goofball version. That's the one you all voted for. It's the one where Zappa just plays Little Drummer Boy straight. There's no xylophone. There's no nods to doo-wop.
Yeah.
There's no
MIDI programming.
Nope, no MIDI programming, no crazy time signature changes. It's just, for the first time, he was like, let me just play a normal song. And we all appreciate it because it is a great holiday classic.
It is. It is a true holiday
It's a classic as well.
It's a classic. It is a classic. Number 11, it's Drive, Christmas version from the Cars. And it was basically just, there wasn't really much work done here.
No.
They updated a few lyrics. It's like, who's gonna drive you home this Christmas?
Yeah. And it worked. It made me think it was Christmas. Sometimes that's the key to Christmas, is just do as little work as possible.
That's the message. That's the message
of Christmas. Do as little work as possible.
Do as little work as possible. What do we have at number 10?
Number 10, of course, the incomparable Tony Levin with his Carol of the Bells arranged for 20 Chapman sticks. It is a cacophony of seasick riffs, and he is the master. He's the master of the Chapman stick. Of course, if you do not know the Chapman stick, it is an instrument that merges a guitar with a bass guitar, with a drum, with even a keyboard. It's just one long guitar neck, and you play some loopy parts on it. And he is a genius at it. And
with little sticks on your fingers, right?
And sometimes you can put little sticks on your fingers when you play as well.
Here's the thing. You say it's 20 Chapman sticks.
Yes.
So, okay, so is that hands and feet?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. He always plays hands and feet.
That is the Levin method.
That's the Levin method, as we all know. And then he also, he has one little finger, and it's got a little drumstick on each little finger, and he's found a way to hit all 20 of them on one Chapman stick at once. So it's you think it's going to be 20 Chapman sticks, but actually it's 20 of those drumsticks on one single Chapman. Of course, played by his hands and his toes, the Chapman method.
And that's why he has played for the greats. That's why he's played for Peter Gabriel. That's why he's been a member of King Crimson. Ain't no one else doing that method.
No, you can't take it away from him. And we appreciate him in this holiday time for that method.
If you were going to take it away from him, you'd have to pull off his fingers and toes.
And just try it, because he is a slippery fella.
He really is. He's going to slip right out.
Oh, man, he's all bald and greased up. The only thing that could catch him is that mustache on your armpit when you try to catch him, but he ain't gonna do it. Don't try to take away the Chapman stick from him.
Jeff, it is our time of triumph. We have back announced literally everything everyone has heard in the 41 greatest holiday rock songs of all time countdown on 108.9 The Hawk, and we are at our number one song. Before we get into it, Jeff, any recap, anything, what's your favorite moment of today?
I'm glad to have reconciled with Big Truck.
That is really nice.
It feels like, isn't that what the holidays are all about, is reconciliation? And it feels like a little bit of a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I was just carrying this anger towards him, and it feels like now I'm filled with the true Christmas rock spirit.
And it is pretty frightening what's going on at Site 24.
It is. I'm glad he got out. That's all I can say. That I that's one of the parts I'm actually worried about that we learned.
I'm very worried about this.
It does feel like we have a new breed of super monster that might take over and destroy this town, but we'll keep our holiday fingers crossed, I suppose.
Man, that would be a terrible thing to happen in the new year when we're trying to claw ourselves up from the bottom of the ranking of all of the Valverde radio stations. We're trying to get back up to the top, and we have to worry about mutant hawks now.
This is what's happening in the world.
We put them in control.
We did it, and this is, this isn't my America. That's what I say. I remember when I was a kid, we didn't have mutant hawks.
What a time. What a time to be living through.
Time to be alive. How about you? What was your favorite moment of this?
Oh, God. You know what? I loved hearing about all the songs. I'm a nut for holiday songs. And
you are a true nut.
True nut for holiday songs.
I'm going to go bring you down to Chestnuts and roast you.
Oh, well, the roaster's on 24 hours a day. I would say, just doing this with you, man. And I can't wait to get home to my family, to my brand new Jimmy Page. And, we're going to have a good holiday.
Yeah. And I'm hoping I get home to my brand new Edge and Jack White. And, hey, maybe we'll meet up with each other in the new year. All of them, and we're definitely not going to have sex with them.
We will not have sex with these dolls because they're not built for sex. Of course, the label does say it could handle it, but it recommends you don't.
Yes, of course it can handle it, though. It's got all the requisites there, but just don't.
You don't have to.
You don't.
They're not built for that.
Yes, the option's there.
They can withstand the weight, but don't.
Yes, cleanup is a breeze. It does say that on the packaging.
It's the weirdest thing.
I don't know why it actually reminds you a couple ways of cleaning up certain areas of the doll.
I thought it was just more about like calluses on the fingers to play guitar.
Hey, I thought so too, but I don't know if Jimmy's playing guitar with his penis. Hey, that's for the Lord.
That's how he got in the Yardbirds.
The That is
Well,
true.
I mean, before he had the method to play Dazed and Confused with a violin bow, what do you think he used?
Big old Jimmy Schlong. I get it.
Big old Jimmy.
Yes.
That's what he called it.
His big old 12-inch.
Yeah.
Yule.
Oh, hey, speaking of big old 12-inch, let's wrap this up with the greatest Christmas record of all time. Thank you so much for listening to the top 41 holiday rock songs of all time, and we ended on the song that really puts the Christmas spirit. Also, kind of goes in line with all of the songs that we've played in terms of it being one of the true classic rock classics that has just literally been updated to say Christmas. It's Randy Bachman, Taking Care of Christmas on 108.9 The Hawk.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. Happy Hawk-a-days.
Happy Hawk-a-days.